Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to catandbeats and welcome to a plugin review video, or basically a is it worth it? Can you just do it yourself? And that's what we're going to be going over. So this is Waves Factory's Trackspacer 2.5. And it's a sexy little unit. For me, third-party plugins, the way I judge them is if they make my work easier or I can get to a solution within a few clicks versus a lot of clicks, then I like the plugin. That's it. And if it does silly things. So let's see if this thing can do a lot with little clicks. Now, what this thing is basically a side chaining function, but it's sophisticated as it side chains over 32 points or whatever. So it's a little bit excessive, but that's nice. And you can set it to sidechain specifically to problem frequencies. For instance, if your kick drum has low end and your sub has low end, and they both kind of cross ways together, then you can just sidechain the sub frequencies. So pretty easy and straightforward. Now, right now, for instance, I have this bass group, and there's a bunch of things playing. Yeah, so it's nice, right? You have like a brrr and a wow and all these kind of things. Now, what I want to do is I want to sidechain, for instance, the low end of the kick drum. So this kick drum here has a uh, problem frequency, so about 37, 38 hertz, and that's exactly the same frequency that this sub has as well. So what I can do is I can set this so that we start to get sidechaining. So we can basically go to the sidechain button over here. So that's 1 click, 2 clicks, set it to the kick drum, and we're sidechaining. And what we can do is we can sidechain specifically to the low end frequency. So around there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? So that's like about 5 clicks. And then with the advanced button, you can change the attack time and the release time. So if they have a slower release, it's going to sound like it's more of a triplet. If it's going to be a faster release, it's just going to sound more tight. Which is a nice function, by the way, to have this, because you can really set the side chaining you want to. Also, what is a little bit weird is that you have a pan function, so that only the right or the left gets side chain, and you have a mid side function as well, which is super cool, that you can only do the mid or you can do the side. Yeah. So that's actually pretty nice. So setting this up, about 5 clicks. Okay, cool. Now, can you just do this yourself as well? Yes, you can. Okay. So if you want to do this, basically what this is like in Ableton, I would do it as an envelope follower. So I would put the envelope follower on the kick. Get myself an EQ. Set the envelope follower to go to that kick drum. So basically, we're going to map this. I'm going to put this to 50, this to 100. We're going to map the gain knob of this one. Okay. Put the gain up a bit. And then we can just set it specifically to that 38 hertz. And then you can drag this over to the bass group. And set it a bit more. But with this setup, we can also go into mid-side mode and left-right mode. So that's nice. And for instance, we can still do this kind of. We can still sidechain more. Also, we can set up a bunch of these envelope followers to do all types of weird things, because there's a whole list here that we can put onto that one parameter, and then make this EQ do a whole bunch of weird effecty type of stuff. So in a way, it's a little bit more creative. Now, what I want to do is I want to see how many clicks it takes to say if this is Trackspacer is a good plugin or a plugin that you don't really need. So let's just set up Trackspacer again. Okay, so we clicked and dragged it in. So now we set the sidechain. So that's 1 click. Open it up, 2 clicks. Actually, we don't need to open it up, do we? sorry, 2, 3, 4, 4 clicks, set it right, 5 clicks. Okay, so it's basically 5 clicks. And if I want to do this with Spacemaker, it is drag it in, okay? Okay, so it's 1 click, 2 clicks. 2 clicks. Maybe a little bit of faffing, set the amount. But that would take me 2 clicks. Faffing, 4 clicks. So do I suggest Spacemaker? Not necessarily if you're trying to do low-end problems, because then you only need 1 node. But maybe if you're having more sophisticated vocal problems where, more of the bands will be used, because this one does the 32 bands, then with vocals, it might work a lot better to use Trackspacer versus the Spacemaker. So you can set it up like that. Now, let's just say that, because I'm not done talking, I can talk forever. Let's just say that you don't have the envelope follower because you don't have Ableton 11 Suite, yeah, which is fine. Then Trackspacer is going to be winning. But if you, by any chance, have FabFilter Pro Q3, you can do exactly the same thing. Here. So if you, for instance, have this one, you can set up the kick drum. Then you can make a node, so that's 2 clicks. You can make that dynamic. You can set the threshold a little bit. There's a little button here. That's already like 4 clicks. Another one, 5 clicks. And then now we're going to be side chaining. Yeah. So we're basically doing the same thing in like 6 clicks or so. So that's with the Pro Q3, and with Pro Q3, you can of course again put other nodes, and that can be a lot more insane because you can make that dynamic as well. And then this one you can set so that it's not dynamic to the sidechain, right? So you can do upward, downward expansion, all that kind of stuff. So Pro Q3 is even more intense. So if I think a Trackspacer might probably be more beneficial in vocal scenarios or synth scenarios just because it has all those extra nodes that it automatically does, and you don't really need to faff around that much. It's just like it just does its job, and it just shows up to work, does its job. But if you don't need super sophisticated side chaining, I definitely do not recommend this. You can just use Pro Q3 or EQ8 or even the free TDR Nova if you need less sophisticated stuff. And I haven't been in a situation where I needed super sophisticated stuff, but maybe one day there will be a vocal that just won't pop. Then I'll be using Trackspacer 2.5. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the little rant. And if you have a plugin you would like me to review and see if I can just do it myself in Ableton and if it's worth it, then let me know. Leave it in the comments below. And I will see you guys again next week. Much love. Take care. Peace out. I'll leave the Spacemaker, by the way, down in the description. Okay? Just like the other Spacemaker video. It's there now too. Oh yeah, and patreon.com/catandbeats, where there's tons of mixing videos, like 450 or so, all user-based questions. Go over there. You get discounts for me mixing for you as well. And I can go over your music and give you feedback. And I reverse engineer sounds there. It's fun. All right, take care.